Hello viewers, welcome to Easy Cloud. My name is Arvind. Today we'll be learning about Pivotal Web Services deployment via Bamboo CI/CD. So first we have to know what is Pivotal Web Services and how to create Bamboo plan and deploy our code in the Pivotal Web Services. Pivotal Web Services is nothing but a platform as a service sponsored by VMware Tanzu. Okay, it is maintained by VMware. So it is a public platform where we can deploy our code, and it will be in a public domain where we can deploy our code, and we can access our code from the Pivotal Web Services instead of creating servers and installing all the web application servers, and inside that deploying the code. Instead of having all this uh, no, uh, thick work, we can just deploy our code very easily in the Pivotal Web Services. Okay, they provide us a platform as a service. In our session, we'll be creating account and in the web services, and we'll build our code using Bamboo and deploy the artifact into the Pivotal Web Services. First, let's learn about the Pivotal Web Services. So we can deploy, update, and scale our applications in Pivotal Web Services, which is powered by Cloud Foundry platform as a service. Okay, Pivotal Cloud Foundry is a multi-language, container-based open-source cloud-native platform sponsored by VMware Tanzu. Okay, it supports multiple languages like Java, Spring Boot, .NET, Node apps, all this. Okay, and cloud-native platform run by experts at VMware. It is maintained by VMware, and Pivotal Web Service is a multi-purpose built for developers to boost feature velocity, and is a modern runtime. Spring Boot, .NET, and Node apps can be deployed in the Pivotal Web Services. And once you create an account in Pivotal Web Services, you will have you're eligible to create one organization, trial organization, and it has 2 GB of memory. In case if you want to create more organization, you can go ahead and create, and that will be charged. You need to purchase the organization. Okay, since here in our session today, we'll be only doing the testing, and so that we'll be only using the trial organization. Okay, so by default we'll have only 2 GB. So what is organization here? If you have to know, there are three important features here: organization, space, and app. What is organization? After creating an account here, so you need to give some create an organization. You need to give a name. So what name will you be giving? You have to give anything that is related to your project or application name or company name. So inside organization, we'll have a space. What is the space here? Uh, you can give an environment name here, dev or prod or testing. So inside that, we'll be creating application. Okay, you can create a number of application that we want, but since it's a trial version, we'll have access only to 2 GB of RAM, so 2 GB of memory. So within that, we need to create. So inside organization, we can create multiple spaces for dev, prod, testing, and other spaces with other names, and application also we can create multiple. Okay, so only one organization we can create in a trial. Okay, we got a basic understanding here. So let me just show you one more here. This link, it gives a complete information about the account setup and organization, all other information here. If you see here, customers eligible for one trial organization. A trial organization has 2 GB of memory. You are given $87 of trial credits. So, but when you create a account, you by default it is like a trial version, right? Up to $87 of trial credits for 1 year, and after that it will be expired. If you want, you need to purchase more, or you need to pay and use. Okay, so till then you can use this trial version. And as I said earlier, by the default a development space will be created here. In case if you want to create some more, you can create some more and can manage it. And how to manage this? One way is to we can log in via user interface through the web browser and access it. Another way is to install the CFCLI. So in case if you have to push the app, modify the app, or make any changes to the app, that we have to do only through the CFCLI. through the UI interface, you can make some changes regarding the creating of spaces or creating of organization, but still the recommended method is to use the CF CLI method through the CLI. You need to install CF CLI in your machine, local machine, and then you can access, you can deploy, you can make changes to your application, or you can create space and all those uh, changes or modification. You can do it using the CFCLI. Okay, to access the Cloud Foundry, you have to use the CFCLI method. Okay, so what we have learned today is what is Pivotal Web Services and what are organization, space, and app, and how we can access the Pivotal Web Services through the browser and through CFCLI. Okay, and there's another one called Pivotal Cloud Foundry PCF on AWS. In case, since as I said earlier, this is a public platform where all it will be on the shared tenancy. In case if you want it dedicatedly to your organization or to your project, so what you can do, you can deploy this on your AWS cloud within the uh, private VPC. Okay, here it is given the complete details and steps and all other information how we can deploy and all these things in your private VPC. Okay, so yeah, this is just for your information. And here, so first we need to create account. Okay, in case if you do not have account, please go ahead and create account. We'll be logging into this account now. Okay, as I said earlier, you can sign up for free. 87 of credit trial, you will be getting it once you log in. I'm just going to log in here directly. In case if you do not have account, please go ahead and sign up here. Okay, so I've logged in here. So I've already created a organization. In case if it's the first time you're doing it, please click on create org and create the organization. Okay, and since I've already created the organization, so I'm just going to click on it. So I'm going to create a new space here since the development space is already there. So let's create a new one. Okay. So what name shall we give? We'll give it as prod hyphen easy cloud. Okay. This is the space that we have created. So inside the space, we will be deploying the app. Okay. And inside the organization, we have created our space called prod easy cloud, and it can create multiple spaces as well. So when you're creating organization, it should be unique since it's a public cloud, public platform. So you need to have a unique name here. So when you're creating, make sure you have a unique name, or else you'll not be able to create. Okay, so here we have created our logged into our Pivotal Web Service account, and we have created our organization and the space. Next thing is we have to install CFCLI in our server. So we need to install the CFCLI package in our Bamboo server, since through Bamboo we'll be accessing it. In case if you're accessing it through your desktop or laptop, you can install this on your desktop and laptop accordingly. So you have other options for Mac and Windows as well here. You can select according to your operating system, and you can install it. So I'm just gonna install this in our Bamboo server. So let me just log in here. So I'm just going to copy this and paste it. Okay, done. and install. Okay, let me check now. Okay, cf -help. So it is installed successfully. Okay, next what we have to do now is need to create a CI/CD plan. Now Bamboo server. This is our Bamboo server. So let's create a project. You can give it as PWS, Pivotal Web Services. Save. Then click on create plan and let's create a plan here. PWS Pivotal Web Services deploy. Okay, let's create a. We are linking our code in the Git. So let's give a unique name to this as PWS repo. This for our no, require like reference. Can give any name here. The URL is this. So it is a public repository. So we're not going to give any username and password. In case it's a private repository, please authenticate with the username and password, selecting username and password here. Test is successful. Configure plan. So if you have seen our previous video on CI/CD, we have used we have built the code and we deployed on a Tomcat server. We have used the agent environment here, and also we have used Docker container, Docker image, and we have built our code and deployed in the Tomcat. So here, since we install the CFCLI in our Bamboo server, we'll be using agent environment. In case if you want to use it in the Docker, that also is possible. In Docker, while creating the Docker image, you need to install the CFCLI as well in the Docker image. Okay. So since here today we'll be just using the agent environment. So the first task is source code checkout, where the source code will be downloaded. Okay. So before going ahead here with this, so let me just explain you how the Bamboo will log in to the PCF and how it will deploy. So here, if you see, we will be pushing the username and the password as an environmental variable. If you see, CF username is equal to the environmental variable name and the CF password is equal to environmental variable name. Okay, and this is the script that is used here. So CF API is nothing but we are declaring everything in the as an environmental variable. So we will not be giving anything directly. CF auth. CF API is nothing but URL of the account. Let me just show you. If you click on tools here bottom, you will be able to find the URL. This is the URL. This is nothing but the API. Okay. Next, auth. Auth is used to login. So CF username, it will take the username and password from the environmental variable. Next is target. Target -o and -s. We have declared it in the environmental variable. So -o is nothing but organization, -s is nothing but space. If you remember, here we explained about organization and space, and we are targeting to the particular organization and the space here. Inside that, it will push the code. So here we are just mentioning it push, CF push command, but we're not mentioning which application, where is the artifact, which code we are going to deploy, what is the name of the application, nothing. So here we need to remember one main thing. So we are mentioning all this information in one particular file, and we are storing that particular file along with our code. So when our code is downloaded in Bamboo server, this file also will be downloaded and this file will be used in the deployment. The file is nothing but manifest.yml file. If you see here, the name of the application, we are giving it here as EasyCloud-app, and the path where exactly the artifact is downloaded. So this is the path where the artifact is, and what is the memory that is required for this app to be running. So we are giving it this 1 GB instances. So how many instances that we need? Just one. In case if we need multiple instances, go for multiple instances. And there are other options as well. You can select or you can mention in the manifest file. Since this is just for our testing purpose, we're just gonna give it as memory and instances. Okay, so we got a basic understanding how it will be pushed. So let's go ahead and create the task. So we downloaded the code. So now we need to build. So using Maven, we'll be building it. Okay, so just click select build here, clean, install. Okay, and save. Next is script. Here we will be mentioning our script. This script. So as I explained here, so first it will get the URL, next it will authenticate, next it will target our organization and the space, and after that it will be pushed using the manifest file. So in the environment variable, we need to give the username and the password here. So this is the username and the password. Save. So after this, click on save and continue. Next, go to variables, and we need to mention all the variable values here. So let's go with the API. As I said earlier, you can get the API details here using bottom tools. This is the API URL. Next one is CF.org. What is the organization? Click on Home, Hardy-test is the organization. Space is nothing but the one which we created, prod-easy cloud. Okay, next is CF username. This is the username that we have declared. So you need to give the username that you have used during your account creation. In case if you want to give access to others, also you can create users and you can give access, or you can create users for this particular CI/CD. Also you can do that. So this will be hidden, the password. So because it is always better good to give it as in the environmental variable. In case if there's any changes, we can directly make changes in here, and there'll be minimal changes in the script and the code. That's the reason we are giving it as environmental variable here. Okay, so we have created the task. So even the manifest file is there in the code itself. If you see here, so we have mentioned the manifest file here in the code, so it will also be downloaded. So as I said earlier, what is the name? We can give the name of the application here, the path of the artifact, memory, and the instance. Okay, let's go ahead and run our plan. So running now. Let's check the logs. You see the logs. Think build was successful. If you see here, it is authenticating the PCF, the endpoint that we are given, the username and the organization, everything is there. So let's go to our organization here. Previously there was no app. Now if you see here, there is an app created and status is down. It means it is updating the app. You can see here. So once it is completed, you can access the application through the route. If you click on route here, the link. Currently it is down because it is updating the app. Once it is done, it will should be able to see the app here. Still updating the app. Let me just refresh and check. Okay, it's deploying it now. Okay, if you can see here, it is starting the app. Yeah, it is successfully deployed. So let's also check by making some changes in the code and if it is reflecting here. I'm just reducing the frequency here so that it will trigger immediately. I'm just making changes here. Updated successfully. So this will trigger our Bamboo plan and it will also update our application. Okay, it's triggered now. You can check the logs. See, it's stopping up the app and it is updating. See, the status is down currently. It is updating the app. Once it is done, you will be able to see the app here. Okay, it's running now. Should see. Okay, so okay, now we can see it is updated successfully. So whatever the changes that we made, it triggered the Bamboo plan and it got deployed successfully in the PCF. Okay, so you can also check many other information or settings that you want to change or anything according to the app here. If you click on app, you can see the CPU utilization, memory utilization, disk utilization, and the request and all the information. You can also enable the auto scaling here. If you click on settings, So there are so many information that is available regarding the application, the DNS, public networks, how all can access SSH, database information, and like this, there are so many other informations available. You can go ahead and modify or according to the requirements. Okay, and also even for the space, you can make changes. Go to settings. Can do so many configuration changes here. So, or according to the requirement. So, what we have learned today is what is Pivotal Web Services and how to create Bamboo plan and deploy the artifact to the Pivotal Web Services, and about organization space and app, and uh, account access for Pivotal Web Services, and how to install CFCLI and access Pivotal Web Services and deploy the app, and how to create task to deploy the code into the PC Pivotal Web Services, and how to create manifest file and all this information. So if you like this video, please click on like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.